Good morning.
Morning, Merchant. How are you?
Oh, it's good. Like any Wednesday morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Nothing special.
Trying to figure out. I think Laura, she was on PTO yesterday. I don't know if she's out today or not. She shows is in the office. We the only progress update that I've got is that the DNS delegation for lab.opiproject.org has been has been given to us. We're now authoritative for that subdomain. Yeah, that's the only update I've got right now. I don't have anything else going on with it. I need to get the certificate and make sure I can get a certificate for star.lab.opiproject.org. And she is on her way, Laura said.
On my side, I can access the Mount Evan card.
Excellent.
So they shipped the server. They shipped it with the GPU kit, whatever that was needed for Mount Evans. They installed it. We didn't have enough cables. I ordered more cables.
Okay.
Yesterday I was able to access it, but I got stuck at installing an OS on the host because I needed the ID rack password, which is on a label. So I asked them what's the password
for the Intel card.
For the Dell server. No, the Intel card is
the Dell server.
root and nothing. This is why I said I already got on the card.
Okay.
But to install something on the host, it's not needed to use the Intel card to have anything installed on the host. But
got it.
And the management server should also arrive somewhere this week, next week.
Oh,
was supposed to be shipped last week, I believe. So, yeah.
Excellent.
And with that, the documentation should be and everything in the lab. Hopefully, let's call it complete.
Okay.
Okay, now let's go to Marvel cards. So, I know we want to do the demo POC with the ones that you have done, with I don't know if it's with the provisioning, with the Nginx. I know there are some plans for Marvel. Okay, so we need a drive.
On the Marvel card, you need NVMe?
Power cable. Power cable I'm handling, although HP has not answered to me. So I'll just buy a cable from Amazon and pray that works. Anyway, it's like $5. So
yeah,
it shouldn't be it's a PCIe cable. It works fine. Doesn't work, I'll buy another one. Because HP has not answered to me for like 2 weeks on a support ticket regarding what part number I need to get. And if you can get the right NVMe drive, that will be great.
Didn't you say there was already an NVMe drive in there?
It is, but I was told that's only 128 gig, and that's not working for what you wanted to do, and you needed the 1 terabit one.
I think we can live with that 128 gig drive. The I thought we were only using the storage that's on the card. I can't remember what they call it. They've got a different they're 2 bits of storage on there. There's some that's soldered on the card, and then there's the NVMe drive. I didn't think we had the NVMe drive, and that's why I ordered a different one, but we don't need it, so we can just put it in a box and use it some
Oh, okay. I thought it was mandatory. I saw the image you had was not fitting on that one.
No, I hadn't connected to it to put an image on, so I think we're good there. We just need it connected, and we need the USB to console.
Let me Amazon 2-day shipping some random PCIe power cable. See if it works.
Sounds good.
Hi, everybody.
Good day, Laura. How are you?
Good morning.
I've been worse. How are you? How's it going? What's everybody doing? Sounds like you guys are talking about NVMe a little bit.
Yep, I think we solved that. So I'm going to go look at the GitHub project.
I'll pull it up.
Okay, thanks.
This morning's been a little crazy. Sorry that I'm a little late.
There we go.
One project. There we go. All right. Hi, Boris. How are you? Nice to see you, sir.
All good.
And Mark, pleasure to see you. And Marsha, I feel like I didn't greet everybody. I just saw Boris and I was like, hey, Boris, but I actually am glad to see all of you. All right, so let's start going through the issues let's actually talk about the issues in progress. Create a workflow to trigger automation. Boris, how is this looking?
I thought it's already there, yeah?
The workflow to trigger automation? It looks like we're doing it to start IPsec, and then we didn't know what our...
Oh, we did only for Ansible. This task is to trigger the automation for the IPsec.
Yeah. Okay.
Once you fix, Marsha, once you fix your code,
I see. Okay.
I'll do the workflow to trigger it.
Okay. I saw you already moved the files around, so that was taken care of.
Some of it, yes.
13 is done for right now. I believe that's complete.
Okay. What about the status of what about the Ansible playbook from lifecycle management? I don't know if Chanley's involved with this or not in the way that you guys need him to be. Is that correct?
I need him to test it works.
Okay. Let me send this to him. Let's see, copy. I'll ping him. So one nice thing about working with people is that you can ping them directly. Hey, Chanley. And you test to see if this works. Okay. Let me add an update. Okay, next. Status of the ARM server with DPU support. This is Druve. This is old. This is us trying to find out if the ARM servers provide DPU support yet. That's sort of a general ask about ARM support on ARM. All right, ordering more transceivers for the lab. That got done, didn't it? Marsha?
I don't know
I-
because I still need some for the second big IP.
Ah, okay. Never
No,
mind.
I think it got done. Give me 1 second because Shida had the request already filed a week or so ago. I don't think they have been received, but I think they have been ordered.
Okay.
Let me. I'll check. Give me a second.
Chanley gave me a thumbs up on his Ansible playbook task. All right, so there's IPsec and EVPN work. How far? I know that we're not done with the IPsec or the EVPN work, so I'm not going to ask about those.
So IPsec, haven't tried it on Mount Evans, and I need to update the script for the API lab. Now on EVPN, everything was working except the OPI API, but then on Thursday, there was a presentation from, I believe, somebody from Ericsson about EVPN 0.5 PR and so on. So we had the sync up and we were advised to take that and try it, which we are doing. Basically, we started on Monday taking that and getting working directly on Mount Evans. And I don't remember the name, but the person says they will be out of office, I believe, this week. And towards the end of this week or next week, they will be able to help us if we get stuck anywhere. So hopefully, let's say in 2 weeks, we should have it running.
Okay. Okay. All right. So this should be running in the next 2 weeks. Hold on. So I was asked internally in our company, this is a side conversation about what projects we need more focus on and how we would prioritize that conversation and where the gaps are. This is really for kind of one of our next events when we talk about OPI. That's probably something we need to review in the Steerco meeting tomorrow, or not the Steerco, but in the technical committee tomorrow. I'll see if I can make that call.
I have a question in this space. Like we show in IPsec and EVPN demo, we onboarded 2 new cards, Mount Evans and Marvell. Commercial, like how are we onboarding those cards? Firmware update and everything. Everything is manual. Like I think that we need to automate all of this.
Okay.
So
Great.
Tasks can be added, owners can volunteer. I volunteer to do the first update.
I can do the automation, but I need you to send me all the instructions what you do manually today for both cards. And then I can write an automation for it.
Okay, for Marvel, I feel like Paul has been taking care of it. I haven't looked at it in too close. For Intel, what I do what they recommend. Basically, when you get their SDK, they have a README which says copy this file over SSH and write it here, erase this partition to 0, put this big bin file here, and reboot the host.
Can you write it in Markdown page and then we can have it for the history and then I can automate it? Just copy paste.
Not sure how that goes because I have access to the Intel SDK through NDAs. I don't think it's very public, so I'm not going to copy paste it in a public place myself. If Intel wants to do it, they can be my guest. If you want, I'll show you what I do, but I'm not going to put it public.
So let's discuss it. Paul and Laura, what's your take on this? I think that we need the instructions how to onboard Mount Evans in a public place. And
does the card actually work?
Yeah.
The card works. The card works.
Let me ask. I'll ask folks on the Intel side how they want OPI to put the instructions in a public place. I'll send that email right now.
Because I think one of the major goals that we defined originally and then again redefined recently is provisioning of those cards in the same way.
Yep.
So in order for me to do the provisioning, I need the instructions how to provision the cards.
Yeah, I'm willing to get on a call and show you what I do, but yeah, putting it public, I'll stay away.
Yep. I have very specific watermarked instructions from them. So the instruction set I have is watermarked that it came to me. So I'll ask them how to do that.
Yeah, and I saw the SDK. It's too much information. So what I'm looking for is a read.
It's 7,000 pages of
I know
documentation.
exactly. So
Come on, it's 4 lines the update part. It's
exactly. So
erase
what
the
we need is
partition to 0. Yeah.
so what we need to do is a half page of Markdown with all the like basic instructions. Exactly what Marcia is saying. To be able to take a new card, download the latest and greatest. I think 1.4 is the latest SDK for Mount Evans, and that's it.
Yeah, I'll put 1.4 probably today.
So if you do it, Marcia, please document it. Don't publish it. Document it in your private space. So once we get an approval from Intel, we can immediately publish it. Don't need to repeat the work if you're already going to upgrade anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I did it multiple times. I have it in my lab. I went 1.0.
No, but write it in the
1.1.
format. Write it in the format on the Markdown that if we get an approval, we can immediately just push it in the repository.
Yep.
Okay. I'll be honest, I don't volunteer necessarily to do that. The instruction, I just read them from the Intel stuff and I just do them from their HTML. I'll see. I'll put it there, but it's not my top priority. Okay.
Laura, maybe we can track it as a new item.
I did.
Okay, cool.
I already built it. I made it. I assigned it to you. I'll add Mersha.
Okay.
You guys
You
missed
had me
that.
that I'm gonna also talk to Intel about it.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a job. Look at you guys. See, it's right here. Manual instructions for card bring up to create an automation workflow. Right now
We
it's
need
assigned
two
for
of
it.
those, one for Intel and one for Marvel.
Okay.
We need copy paste.
All PDP 2 shirts and Mersha. Mersha, how do you pronounce your last name?
Georgia?
Georgia. Okay. Am I pronouncing your first name correctly? I've never asked you that.
Yeah, it's very close.
How is your first name actually pronounced?
I pronounce it Mircea, but
Mircea. Okay.
yeah, it's the.
I prefer Mircea.
I prefer it too. What's your actual name? Let's see. Do this.
And Paul, what's the story in Marvel card? Those we do have instructions we can publish, or again we need to ask permission.
I'll ask permission. I do have instructions that I've written up. I don't. Marvell is less mature than Intel on that sort of thing, so I don't think they've restricted that set of documentation, but I'll ask.
But it's the same thing. Under my account on Marvel, they enable this DPU to get access to the documentation and so on, and I had to make a special request for it. So
okay,
it isn't like NVIDIA where you just go and
Get it from the
nvidia.com/docs/doca and it's all there.
Okay, so once we have those, we can publish them. Once we get an approval, we can publish them, and then we can start creating automation on.
Same for Pensando. We have the Pensando card, and same, I have the SDK. You can request it on their website, but again, you have to go to 20 approvals till you get it.
You're just making more work for yourself. So let's copy paste another issue for Pensando.
Okay, how do I do that? Is there a duplicate? There's no duplicate. Wish there's a way to duplicate these things. There's gotta be. Nope. See. This is Pensando.
Yes.
Oh, it's create more. I see. I'm still going to mispronounce your name until I finally figure it out. Mircho? Yes, is that right? Is that closer?
Mircha.
Mircha.
It's okay. You're saying it fine the first time. There is no need to change it.
I know. I just like saying people's names as close to correctly as possible. All right. Let's go back to issues and to do. So, where were we? Oh, were we in progress? We were in progress. Okay. So status of ARM server with DPU support. Did that order more transfer network design? Did we ever settle on this? How do we want our setup? How do we want to set up our addressing scheme?
Yeah, it's already public in the ips.md.
All right, we're done. Done.
Yeah, the only thing in there is that I think it wants the DHCP conf PR to be merged. That was the only task in that.
Oh, okay,
So-
this one. So should I move it out of done and back to in progress? Okay.
Sure.
Let me add that.
It's down at the bottom.
So I already added it.
Yep, it's already there. So it's
Okay. All right. So that just needs to get completed. When's this one gonna get done by? Someday? Someday.
Which one? The one with the ACP?
Yeah.
I have it. It's there. Let's call it in draft form. It's basically I added the server that we just got received with the Mount Evans and management server. It is shipped, shows as shipped, but has not been received yet. And the transceivers that you asked have been ordered, but they are not marked as shipped, neither received. So transceivers are ordered and management server it's shipped, and Intel Mount Evans and the Dell R760 whatever are up and running basically.
Okay. Let's see, document configuration setup. This is actually, we already have this. But this isn't the one where we call out specifically how we do things, right? Or this isn't for automation. Phase 1 of the lab completion is the milestone to move this from draft to complete, committed to GitHub. This is likely to be complete mid-February. Document configuration and setup. So it sounds like this is in GitLab and it needs to be committed, or has it been?
We have something already
Some
there,
of
but
it-
I have a big update.
Yeah, some of it, I put it in the chat, the still outstanding pull request that merge need to make sure it's final and approve and merge. If you have any more changes, merge, let's do it. But 947 is the outstanding pull request.
Yes, I still have changes. Once the management server is received and all that is being sorted out, I'll push it for merging.
But it's also mixing the TGen. Like
Yes,
these pull requests also
it-
have TGen. Let's split it into two things. So if you're waiting for management, that's fine. But if we need to do changes on TGen, let's do it first.
Okay.
Like separate.
I'll
Mhm.
split it.
Okay. Otherwise, everything is waiting.
Go back here. Do you want me to split this into two different? I'm confused. Sorry, guys. There's other
No,
people.
I'll split it. Don't
Okay,
worry.
you'll take care of it. All right, so need a separate test server.
I think we already have it. Let me see. Which task is this? What number task is it?
It is task number 5 in
868.
the in progress state.
We
868.
have it. We have it. It's done.
Okay, so this is done.
Yeah.
Install Prometheus Grafana for hotel monitoring. This was a Chanley activity. Did this get completed?
No.
Okay. Copy and link.
It's I don't understand what takes so long. If Chanley needs help, like ask him to reach out, because it's
Chanley's probably multi-homed in what he's being expected to do. He's probably overloaded.
because it's one line of runtime. Docker config with Docker compose, and everything is up and running. So again, I posted the link that I already did all this work
That's fine.
on GitHub Azure. So we
He's
just
a
need
young
to
dude
run it.
who's learning how to work at a company. He's getting multi-homed. I'm dealing with him in the background. Okay. All right. Create SCTPD bootstrap server. Has that been done?
Nope.
No.
We wait. No, this one no.
Again, all of this is up and running in Azure. We just need to just run the same command. It's a single command line to run it in OPI.
So who owns it's Mersh and Paul, right? Paul.
Yeah, we can add it. We just need to get together. I added the HTTP part where, the DHCP server part where if you do a DHCP request from the Marvel card, but it's only for the Marvel card only, where we don't have the extra power, so that's a problem. It will respond back with the options. I think Paul gave me some options here. Let me look at the file. There are some options anyway, and
Yes,
it will
the
give
DHCP options. Those are in the DHCP server.
Yeah.
We should be able to run the bootstrap, the redirector, and I can't remember if it's web or HTTP service from the SZTP container pods. Should be able to bring that up, no problem.
Okay.
And again, I did all of this with a single Docker compose app command, so it should be no-brainer to run it inside. We shouldn't bring any of the services as bare metal. Everything should be containers, including DHCP server, by the way.
So when's this going to be done by?
After we get the Marvel card up, right? We are using it for the Marvel card to test it. So I'm waiting for, like I said earlier, a drive. We said the drive is fine when we have 128 gig, and for the PCIe power cord where HP has not answered to me in 2 weeks what number I need to get. So I'm just gonna get something random from Amazon and hope works. And when I say random, it's not quite random. It's an informed random looking at the pictures.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
I have to drop, Laura, sorry. Yes.
Have a wonderful day, Boris. Thank you for your time.
Oh, same here. Sorry, I have a meeting at 10:30. All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
All right,
So-
thanks. Yep, Laura, it's you and I.